Hey everybody, I'm Verna Mullen from Stampin' Notes, and today is day 2 of my Darling Dinos class. We have one more day that will be tomorrow at the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on my Facebook page. And we are going to use the Darling Dinos adorable stamp set and also the very cool dies. There's 3 dinosaur dies, flower, an egg, some little foliage, a heart. This is a bush, and there's a cloud here too. So this is a great set for adults and children. If you're on today, say hi, tell me where you're from. And I'm just getting on my Facebook page here so I can see your comments. Let me know if you have this set and if you've ever used it. We had ice here today in Western New York. My driveway is a sheet of ice. We live on a hill, and outside to our house is a sheet of ice, so it's a little bit scary. But that's life in Western New York this time of year. So these are the 2 projects that I made Tuesday night in my live. Excuse me. I just want to get my view up here farther. So I'm going to take this away so we have a little more room here to show you. This is the flap card. He has a cute dinosaur on the front. I did this one in Melon Mambo, and this one is in Pumpkin Pie. And then we have a little slider box, which is right here. And this is really cool because it has this little ribbon pull, and you pull that, and the box slides out of there. You could fill it with a little present, candy. Maybe socks would fit in there. So a really cute little project. And here's one slightly different color with the orange, with a green wrap. And I guess it is basically the same. What's different is I don't have gems on this one here. So, hey Carol. So today I have 2 more projects, and then tomorrow I will also have 2 projects, and you can get the free tutorial for this with an order of $50 or more for all 6 projects. It's a PDF tutorial. If your order is $60 or more, I will include everything to make one of each of the projects, the cardstock and designer series paper. You will need the Darling Dinosaur bundle, and I will also, if your order is $70 or more, I will include a pack of the gems. I think these are the Sunny Day is the name of them. I love the bright colors in there. The paper I'm using is a free celebration item with an order of $60 or more, and you will find it in the celebration catalog. Let me get that. By the way, they added more free items for $60 or more. There's some really nice things in here. And here it's on page 8. It's the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper. And there's also a stamp set with a punch that coordinates with this paper that's in the mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog. This paper is so bright and cheerful. Hi, Susan. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start our first project for today. I'll set our other little projects aside, and we're going to do a card today and a little gift bag. So to start with, for the card, I'm using a piece of fresh freesia cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm gonna just get my foam folder here to give that a good burnish. Hi, Martha. All right, and we're gonna add a layer of designer series paper to that. And this is our Toadstool Garden designer series paper. And I want this with a fresh freesia on it. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. Forgot to get my glue gun going, so I'm going to just use the regular Tombow glue. This is cute on the back. Little ladybugs and toadstools. Touches of gray and melon mambo. Pumpkin pie. All right, so that's our layer there. And then I have 3 pieces of cardstock, basic black, that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And these, I'm sorry, they're 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. There's 3 pieces there. And then I have 3 pieces of basic white that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. They're gonna fit right inside this little black frame. And I've already colored 2 of them. I've used the dinosaurs to color 2 of them. I'm gonna do the coloring on the 3rd one, so you can see how I do that. You're cold and windy in Michigan. We'll probably get your weather, Susan. I know, it's been a very wintry winter here. All right, so I'm just adding that adhesive on the back, and this dinosaur is colored with Granny Apple Green and Fresh Freesia. This one is with dark Highland Heather and Pumpkin Pie. And we're gonna put that right on that layer like that. All right, so let's color our last one here, or stamp it and color it. I'm grabbing some scrap paper. Just typing paper. Because the Stampin' Blends markers are an alcohol marker, and they will bleed through onto the back. So we don't want to, you want to be careful with that. So I'm bringing in, I don't know if this is a T-Rex. It's really bad. I'm not sure on my dinosaurs. And I'm using black memento ink to stamp just mainly his head. Oh, I already did him. I got the wrong one. And he's not the T-Rex. This one is right here. So there's 3 different dinosaurs in this stamp set. Okay, so we've got the outline there. Is it spring yet? Yes, I know. Yeah, we had this snow and freezing rain. It must be the same thing you've got, Carol. Let's color this one. Let's see, we've got granite. Let's do pumpkin pie. And this is the dark pumpkin pie marker. The Stampin' Blends come with 2 different markers in a set for each color. There's the dark color and the light color. Also the brush, there's 2 different brush tips on the blends. There is a longer brush tip, which I'm using right now, and the shorter bullet tip that I'm going to use now. And because when there's more little shapes to go around, you need a smaller tip to do that. So we'll just color him in. Generally speaking, I start with a lighter shade and then color in with the darker where I want it. And I know some people use the darker shade first and then add the lighter. We've got his little claws here. All right, so, whoops. We'll call him Spike. And let's add a little bit of Melon Mambo. Oh no, that'll look terrible with it. Let's add Granny Apple Green for his little spikes here and his little spots. Yeah, I thought this would be a great set to have for on hand for grandchildren. We have 13 grandchildren. And our oldest grandchild, our granddaughter Lillian, just turned 19. I can't believe she's 19. And the youngest is 3. So we have a kind of a large spread there in age. All right, and we're going to adhere this to our basic black, just like that. And I'm going to bring in my card base, and I'm going to add these squares. I'm going to put this one on without dimensionals, and I'm going to add dimensionals to the other two. This one will be a little bit behind, and I'm just going to turn it here like that. I need to move up in the screen. I'll move up a little farther here. Okay, so we've got that guy down there. I want to add, I'm going to put him up here, and we'll add dimensionals, but first I want to add a balloon to this one. And I have already stamped the balloons and cut them out. There's a balloon die, but I don't know where mine is. It'll show up as I pick up in here. Okay, I think I'm going to put the balloon right there. And before I do that, I'm going to just, there is a stamp, a string stamp, but I'm just going to freehand draw it on there with my black marker. And these are the Stampin' Write markers, and they also have a brush tip and a bullet tip. And actually the starter, there's a great starter kit special right now. If you have a big wish list and you want to join as a hobby demonstrator and just get the discount, it's a great time to do that. Gotta grab my big dimensionals. It's a great time to do that because they're giving you an extra almost $100 in free product. And then you get to choose what you want for your starter kit. It's $125. And you only pay $99. And then on top of that, you get to choose 2 different packages of the Stampin' Write markers from the different color families. There's neutrals, brights, regals, subtles, and I'll show you. They're worth $35 a piece. And then there's also a special stamp set that's beautiful that was especially made to use with the Stampin' Write markers. So that is a super deal right now. If you join my team, you get to, all of my tutorials are free to my team members. All right, so we've got those 2 there, and now we're going to add this guy. And again, we want to add a balloon. He's going to go kind of, no, I think I want him kind of straight like that. And we'll put this balloon maybe going up this way. About like that. All right, so I'm going to live dangerously and draw in the string. The other option, if you don't want the Stampin' Write markers, is you get to choose an extra $35 in product for free. So instead of $125 in free product, you get $155 plus the free shipping, and it's a great deal. And you don't have to do the business. You can if you want to. So we've got those on there. Now I've got a circle. I'm not going to put that down yet because I'm not exactly sure which way I want it. We have a circle right here that we're going to stamp on, and this is from the Stylish Shapes Dies. Hi, Renita. Hi, Jean. Oh, you're in the cold north, Renita. Alberta, Canada. Yes. There's this cute little sentiment. It says roar. Here it is. And then roar means, and then it's blank, and then it says in dinosaur. So you can stamp or use another sentiment like a banner across the middle of that. So I want to stamp roar in Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to cover the other part of the stamp with tape. Now you can use a Post-it, but you want to cover that so it doesn't get inked up. I'm going to grab my Granny Apple Green. So Jean, how is it in Florida right now? Is it cold or is it nice? I heard some of my followers said that they had kind of cold weather in Florida, but that was a while ago. All right, so we've got the roar here. I'm going to stamp that up at the top. All right, and now I'm going to cover the roar and stamp the other words in basic black. So we'll bring our Memento ink pad in, and we'll grab the tape. And we'll cover roar. Make sure you take the tape off after you ink your stamp up, because you're going to get a black blob on your whatever you stamp if you don't. So we'll take that off, and we'll try to line up the roar over those letters. Okay. So now we can add something in there, a sentiment in there. And I have a piece of basic black. This needs to be 3/8 of an inch, and this is a little wide. And you can see this was a banner, but I'm going to cut it down actually. So it's 3/8 of an inch, and the sides won't be like this either. Let's bring our trimmer in here, and I'm going to trim it. Whoops. Okay. All right. I'm going to trim this off this side right here. It probably would be easier if you just had a regular piece that's 3/8 of an inch wide than to begin with. And trying to trim that down. Oh, it's nice in the 70s. Oh, nice. That sounds lovely. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this with Versamark ink. And I forgot my embossing buddy. The embossing buddy has a powder that you run over that. It just helps for static to keep the little embossing powder in place. And we'll live dangerously and not do it. All right, so I'm stamping happy birthday, and Versamark, which is a clear ink. And it looks like it's crooked, so I'm going to turn it over and do it on this side. Let's try this again, and I better stand up. Okay. Well, there's our clear ink. I'm bringing my embossing tray in, and you can get this in a kit with embossing buddy and, oh, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, not thinking while I'm talking. Okay, don't put your powder on your stamp. And I just put my hand in that. Okay, let's see. I was thinking about my husband. I heard a noise upstairs and I thought, I wonder if he's letting the dog out. Then lost my train of thought. Okay, so not too bad for losing my train of thought and not thinking about what I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna heat emboss that. Happy birthday. And I'll have to wash this with ink, or wash the powder off that. All right, I'm grabbing my heat tool, bringing it over. And this will heat up that powder. Melt the powder, and then we'll have our sentiment. Okay, I'm just going to turn it on here to get it warm. These tweezers come in the set too. And you can either heat it from the back or the front. And you can see it turning. Okay. So not the greatest job there, but it'll do. Okay, and I'm going to trim the ends here. We'll go this way. Okay, so I'm going to bring that little circle back over here. So it says roar means happy birthday, and dinosaur. And we're going to use some mini dimensionals on the back of that. We'll turn this over and load it up with the minis. And this is the take your pick tool. Excuse me. We'll bring this back here, and okay, so there's our little sentiment circle. We're bringing the card back over here, and I think I will put that a little bit like to the right. Go ahead and put this down. All right, so I'm gonna add some twine behind this sentiment. And this is twine that comes in our, there's a multi-pack of different colors, basic colors. There's black, crumb cake, white, and I think gray is the other one. So I am going to grab some glue dots to put down to help hold it. So we'll add one there. Actually, I'm going to make a big loopy bow first. And I doubled my twine. Okay, we'll pull this loop down just a little bit there. All right, and we want that like that. We'll trim off these ends. And I'll come trim off this one. And we'll add the large dimensionals to the back of our little sentiment piece. And we want this over that, and it's up too high. Just about like that. Roar means happy birthday in dinosaur. And these need to be a little shorter. Okay, so there, I'm gonna hold that a minute. Let's add some of our gems to the front of this card. Let's go with a large orange, maybe right here. And about a couple of the melon mambo up here. Okay, so there's the front. Let's do the inside and then our card will be done. I have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4. And let's stamp in there, hope your birthday is Dynamite. And this is going to be stamped up towards the top. Hope your birthday is Dynamite. Looks crooked, so we're turning. Let's do it again. Okay, that's better. And we want to stamp there's a little birthday hat. I'm going to stamp the little birthday hat on there too and color it in. This would be cute on one of the dinosaurs too. We'll do 2 of them. All right. I'm going to do Granny Apple Green. And we'll do the orange or the pumpkin pie. Okay. We'll add this to the center of our card. Okay, so there's the card for today. we'll put that aside for a bit and do the little gift bag. So for the gift bag, I'm using Fresh Freesia cardstock here. And the measurements for the cardstock are 6.5 by 7. We're going to do some scoring on this. I'm bringing my trimmer back in. Okay, so this is, okay, this on the 7-inch side. This is the 7-inch side. We're going to score it at 3 inches and 4 inches. All right. Thanks, Susan. We're going to turn it, and on the 6.5-inch side, we're going to score it at 1 inch. And 5.5 inches. Or it's 1 inch on each of those ends. All right, I'm going to fold this and burnish these score marks. All right, and then I'm going to fold this end like this. Now, these center end tabs here, we're going to cut up to this center line right there. And make a tab on each side of that, of the box. And I think also I need to miter those. It just helps the tabs sit better when we put the box together. So I'm just taking a little triangle off each side of it. All right, so now I'm going to add some tear-in tape to the underside. I'm going to fold this up like this for the box. So actually I'm going to add it to both sides. So our tear-in tape is like this, one of the, probably the stickiest product we have. You could use Seal Plus too, or the glue, liquid glue works really well. I'm just putting it along each side of the tab. And then we're going to need some on this side too. This little bag would go really well with that card. It'd be cute together. I'm taking my Take Your Pick tool to just peel up that backing. Like that. And then I'm going to fold this in up like that and adhere that tab to the outside of this piece. So we'll remove this backing. If you have trouble removing the backing, it helps if you just take your finger and scrape on the end of it. Okay, I'm folding that in and adhering that like that. I'm going to take the backing off this side, maybe. And then we'll fold in that other side. All right, so this is going to fold right over that like that. And I forgot to put adhesive on this. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue in there. You could run your tear and tape up the side too. I'll just hold that for a minute. Okay, and then we'll take the tear and tape off this. And we'll add some adhesive here. And hold that down for a minute. Okay, so we have a nice little rectangular box. All right, so to each side of this box, we're going to add some designer series paper. This paper is 3 by 3. And we're going to add it to the center of the box, the center of the panel there. Hi, Brenda. Nice to have you on there. All right, so and then we're going to turn it over and do the same on the other side. Okay, so we've got our little designer series paper on the front and the back here. Now we're going to add some ribbon for handles to this. And first I'm going to put tear and tape down along the side of each side of this designer series paper. So it'll be like that. You can do this on each side of the box. I'm going to take that off there and add it here. Okay. Hi, Noreen. There's that. And here's this one here, like that. Okay, so now we're gonna peel off the backing on one side here. And you'll see that this hangs over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold that end right up, back up on my piece of tear and tape there. And we'll just fold that end back up there. All right, so I have 2 pieces of our new white cotton ribbon they're 12 inches long. And I'm gonna lay it right over that like that. You wanna have a little bit hanging off the end there. I'm gonna make the little handle. And then I'm gonna adhere this one down to that side. So this is our little handle on that side. I'm going to bring my scissors in and just trim that off right at the bottom of the box. And here, oops. Okay, we're going to turn it over and do the same thing on this side. Create a little handle. Now, if you think this is too short, you can make it a little longer. These are 12 inches long. So we'll take our backing off and fold up. Oh, that was an extra small piece I put on there. And we'll take the backing off this. All right, so we're going to leave a little bit of an edge hanging down there. You just want to make sure that this ribbon at the top here is straight. And you want to make sure they're about the same length, which it looks like they are. This is a little bit crooked here. All right, and then we're going to trim our ends. Just like that. Okay, so here's our little gift box. And to this, I've colored one of the little dinosaurs with fresh freesia, and the Highland Heather is the darker purple on there. And we have 2 balloons, and we're going to add this to the center of the front with some dimensionals. I don't know if that one came off. I don't think that one did either. All right, so I'm just gonna take that and put that on our little gift bag like that, and then all you need is some tissue or something to go in there. And here's a cute card. You could use them together or you could use them separately. So those are the projects for today. This was Monday's project with this little card here, flat fold card. So 2 more projects tomorrow, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, and thanks for joining me today. Bye now.